What's going on, guys? And welcome to Rabbit's Used Cars. I know what you're thinking. Rabbit, you got the damn Rona, son. There's a Mustang sitting there. And I know, this is actually really scary for me. You got to think about it. I rode a gasser. I've been driving a stock car around town for the last week, and I am sitting in front of one of the most dangerous Mustangs in the world. I know every toothless wonder's like, ain't no Fox body. No, it's not. You know what this is? This is a 2020 Shelby GT500. 625 foot-pounds of torque, 760 horsepower, 7-speed dual clutch transmission with the scooter stick. The largest brakes and the fastest production Ford ever made. Look at the brakes on this thing. The damn rotors are the size of flywheels. This thing is insane. And I'm not a Ford guy. I'll be the first to admit. I was raised on the classy side of the trailer park, but I'm gonna tell you something. This right here is a bad bitch from the word go. And you know, that's the thing, like Shelby, synonymous for awesome stuff. You know, and there towards the latter part, Carroll Shelby kind of got where he put his name on a lot of things he probably shouldn't have. Like those, what was that additive stuff they had that they sold, like the infomercials, and Carroll Shelby was like, I use this in all my stuff. You know, all you like drain the oil out and it still runs, and it didn't, but they said it did. A couple funny Carroll Shelby stories. I never personally interviewed Carroll Shelby, but I actually got to interview a guy that did interview Carroll Shelby, and probably one of my hot rod heroes, Dennis Pitzenberger, Highway to Sell, Sticker Shock, you know, if you ever watch Motor Trend Velocity, super cool guy, hot rod radio out in California. He's that guy, and he got to interview all the cool people. You know, Carroll, he was in pretty bad health by the time I hit the airwaves, and then next thing you know, he passed finally. And Carroll Shelby was a bad guy. I mean, I know you've seen, you know, Ford versus Ferrari and the documentaries and all that stuff. Carroll Shelby was a true badass all the way around. But I was interviewing Dennis Pitzenberger, and we were talking about doing interviews. That's what radio guys do. You know, we talk about, well, I interviewed Shirley Muldowney. He said, well, hell, I interviewed Carroll Shelby. You win. That's just how I was interviewing Carroll Shelby. And he said, Rob, is one of the most interesting interviews I've ever done. He goes, you got to think about it. He said, I was psyching myself up. I was doing my homework. He said, I was reading all about everything I could find about Carroll Shelby. He said, from, you know, the Mustangs to the damn Dodge Omnis, everything. The Shelby 1 and the CSX, you know, and everything. You know, I'm just like a brain of knowledge. Matter of fact, he actually talked for hours with Steve Mignate. Maybe you know him from the Bear Jackson auctions. The guy's got the nerd thick glasses. This guy is a walking automotive encyclopedia. I've had the great opportunity of meeting Steve several times over the years. And Steve Mignate wrote the books that you may see out on the shelf, 1001 Muscle Car Facts. I mean, you know, I think he wrote 1002 more Muscle Car Facts. This guy loves them all. Ford, Chevy, Chrysler, Ramblers, everything. He's that guy. He's a true hot rod guy. Junkyard Gold on Motor Trend, if you catch that online. He is a brain. This guy can tell you about anything just right off the top of his head. Like, he was going to Steve Mignate and getting these little known Carroll Shelby tidbits for this interview. And Dennis was like getting ready. And he was so stoked. And he said, man, he goes, I was so nervous. I mean, this guy's a living legend in the automotive world. Carroll Shelby. Carroll Shelby. I mean, just a legend. He said, I psyched myself out. Phone rings. Carroll's calling in. I got this. Dennis starts the interview. Carroll Shelby, this, and this. So Carroll, he goes, Dennis, you know what's bothering me? He said, what? My damn cow farm. And he said, we talked about cows for 30 minutes. And that was literally my entire interview with Carroll Shelby, was talking about his farm and all the problems he was having on his farm that week. And that's what he really wanted to talk about. He said, because the one thing you're going to learn in radio, Rob, when you've got somebody like Carroll Shelby or Shirley Muldowney or Don Garlitz, you let them talk. They'll tell you the story. And you know what? Everybody's got that interview with Carroll Shelby talking about Mustangs, or talking about Dodge Omnis, or talking about Cobras, or whatever. And he said, my interview with Carroll Shelby on Hot Rod Radio was talking about a cow farm. I got cold chills just telling you that, because that's just neat, because that's the beauty of radio. I love interviews like that, because radio, you know, it's dying out a little bit, but actually coming back in podcasts. So it's transitioning. It's not dying. I love radio, and I love radio interviews for that very reason, because you get the realism. You know, it's not a camera in your face and you have to be Hollywood and you got to be prim and proper. Carroll Shelby's sitting on his couch bitching about a cattle farm. That's as real as it gets. You know, it's not, hey, Carroll, we're talking about this, this, and this. It's not structured. All you can do is try your best to stop them for a commercial break, is all you can do, and listen. And that's what I love about radio interviews like that. It's like when I interviewed Shirley Muldowney. You know, Shirley Muldowney said some things that were radio gold to me. You know, I won't tell you something, it's July heat. I'm freaking melting in this warehouse right now. And the thing that's crazy is, this is cars for you. In the hottest month of the year, like literally, I always thought that global warming thing was total BS, but I honestly believe it's a thing now. And I've been playing with a damn stock car, which is literally hotter than the 7 months of hell all this time. I'm actually so glad to see that thing going on the trailer and head to the shop to get its little updates and upgrades. This thing right here, though, talk about technology. I'm telling you guys, 760 horsepower with air-conditioned seats. Love it.
Hold the on, Rob.
What's up?
Shit, man, look at this. Yeah.
Casey, son, you done wrote a check your ass can't cash. Guys, we'll catch you next time at Rabbit's Used Cars. Is everyone in position?
If I don't pass out between now and then.
Don't die. You ready?
Yeah.
Casey looks like malt liquor smells. I'm melting. Do you know why we put 2 seats in my race car? So I can take your old lady out to dinner when I'm done beating you. Good stopping point to wipe my forehead. So, Casey looks like Bill Nye if he lost his job. Love. That was a one and done.
No, that was good.
Casey, it's on, son.